I'm at the stage where I've got lights on the ceilings, clamps on the wall. It's all starting to come together and look like a woodworking shop, but the next thing that would be really good for that is some wood on the wall, because otherwise these tools are just toys. I have a bunch of these Triton and Bora branded timber racks that I had in my first workshop, so I'll be reusing them. They have these sliding metal arms that are a little bit cantilevered, so when there's weight of timber actually pushing down, they lock in onto the upright that screws into the wall. This is how I do it. Drill holes, that's pretty much all you need to do for these timber racks. If you're drilling into brick, I'd recommend getting a rotary hammer. They're much quieter and they work much quicker. This is real-time drilling a 6mm hole in the hands of an idiot. The uprights get small metal screws for each shelf. This is just to stop it from sliding all the way down. The cantilever is what gives it the actual strength. The shelves need to be slid on before it attaches to the wall because the black plastic spaces will get in the way. The anchor screws I'm using are medium duty and they cut their own thread into the brick. They're pretty easy to install and remove using just a socket or spanner. Then it's just a matter of rinsing and repeating. Mark it out, drill the holes, attach the racks. That feels and looks like a real wood shop now. I've got wood for working, which is great. I have a bunch of smaller stuff that's currently just sitting outside that will eventually go on the Triton racks. But I need the Sparky to come in and take care of that air conditioner, which you may remember from the shop tour video at the start of this series, which is a really garbage place for it, but I can put some storage around there. Why Bora over Triton? No reason. They're both equally fine. The quality control from both brands is a little bit garbage, so if you get a set, a set is 2 of these, they will match up, but if you get 2 sets, they won't necessarily have the same spacing. They're often out by just a hair, which is incredible. For example, these are actually level. That one doesn't touch. That one does. It's fantastic. So between the brands, they're both the same. The Triton ones are about 20mm longer in this direction. That's all I've got to say about the racks themselves. They're fine. What about making your own timber racks rather than buying them? Clearly I'm going to be on the side of buying them because I've bought them, so I don't really care. If you make your own, great. If you buy them, great. The advantage of the bought ones is that they're quicker. But that's about it. In Australia, at the time, I couldn't buy the steel for the price that those were being sold for, and it was not much cheaper to go for pine. If you're in the US or somewhere where pine is dirt cheap and plywood's dirt cheap, go for that option if you want. It'll take you a bit longer. I went with the easy option because I think I was saving like $5 a rack and that was it. What about instead of storing your timber horizontally, you store it vertically up against the wall? That's fine too. To me, that argument really comes down to whether you've got the floor space for it and what size boards you've got. If you often get very long boards, yeah, probably is better to go vertical. And if you're in a big workshop, yeah, absolutely go for vertical because you can afford the floor space. I'm not going to say I'm tight on floor space, but I have more wall space available than I do floor space up against the walls. I can have machines underneath the timber racks and that suits me fine. So whatever floats your boat, they're both really good methods. I like storing it horizontal because it's otherwise kind of less usable space. That's my argument. It's not a very good argument. It's not watertight, but it works for me. When I install the timber racks back here, I can always take off the bottom or the top or both, even a couple of layers. I'll still get the shelving up there, maybe above the bandsaw, and not compromise any usable space. But that's future Paul's problem, and that guy's a jerk, so sucks to be him, I guess. Thanks for watching.